This is the moment you stop trying to prove yourself and something in your life just clicks. Like you've been chasing clarity, searching for what you're supposed to do, wondering when life is going to start. And then you stop trying so hard. You stop twisting yourself to fit every opportunity. And suddenly, things start coming to you. Not because you're doing more, but because you finally are seeing yourself the way you want others to. Hey, I'm Miss T. Marie. I'm a mindset educator, and this is your space to get grounded, get clear, and get back in alignment. Because I don't play about you. So let's talk about self-perception. Not just the feel good about yourself way, but as an actual catalyst for your life shift, alignment, and even opportunities. Here's the thing. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. So if your self-perception is rooted in lack, you'll interpret every good thing as flukes or temporary. You'll shrink when it's time to be seen. You'll hesitate to speak up. Or you'll burn out chasing things that never really had the authority to give it to you in the first place. I used to ask, what should my niche be? I would stress over the exact title, offer, or elevator pitch. But the real shift came when I decided I am a mindset educator. And that was it. Not because someone gave me the stamp of approval, but because this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I live. And that self-perception changed everything. I didn't have to fake authority. I had already been building it. I had notes, years of thoughts, real life experiences, and applications to back me up. I just didn't see it as enough until I chose to. It's wild how much clarity you gain the moment you decide to believe yourself. People ask, so if I just believe I'm worthy, my whole life will change? And low key, not because belief is magic, but because belief reprograms behavior, and behavior influences outcome. Another question I get, what if I still don't feel confident? Confidence isn't a prereq. Consistency is. You start by making choices that align with your new identity. You honor it. You repeat it. You don't wait until you feel like it. You do, it's already yours. Let me tell you what it looked like for me. I stopped looking at my ideas like throwaways. I stopped Googling for answers I already had in my notes. I started creating like I was the source, because I am. And that subtle shift made me show up differently. I spoke differently, I gave differently, and the feedback reflected that back to me. Someone asks, how do you know if you're shifting timelines? And here's my take. Because things feel lighter. The people around you shift. You're no longer triggered by the same things. You no longer chase the same validation. You start creating more than you consume. You pause before reacting. You begin choosing based on values instead of wounds. That's a timeline shift. Because the clouds parted, not because the clouds parted and your bank account doubled in 24 hours, but because you changed. Your internal frequency changed. And now, the people, paths, and possibilities that match that frequency are the only ones that feel real to you. Someone asks, but what if I can't sustain it? You don't sustain a performance. You embody a truth. So the real work is learning to live like what you So the real work is learning to feel like you live. So the real work is learning to live like you want. So the real work is learning to live like what you want is already a part of you, not outside of you, not someday, but right now. Self-perception doesn't mean putting on a persona. It means allowing the trusted version of you to lead. And that part of you already knows the next move, knows what's aligned, already knows what's not up for debate anymore. So if you're in that weird space right now, the void, the in-between, the nothing's wrong but nothing feels right, you're not behind. You're just getting into alignment with who you already are. Speak like you walk like it's already yours. Decide like your future self would. Because that shift isn't coming. It's already here. You already know. Subscribe. I don't, because the shift isn't coming. It's already happening. Thanks for listening. You already know. Subscribe. And I don't play about you. See you in the next one.